he may have had to make an ass of himself and go out on public television and say sorry, but he should have. I don't think they're gonna make somebody go and apologize for being gay. It's different.
But I also like what I like what James said. James, he never said that he didn't make it specific what kind of sex was perverse. He just said sex in general. We have put out there because truth be told, before gay became the big hot topic, you cannot turn your TV to watch a movie or something like that without saying something that was scandally declared. Like everything is that hot topic, and if you really think about it, more romance novels, stuff about love, the way people live in relationships and stuff like that, you have more of those movies come out than like action movies or something like that. There's always that borderline, what you do in public, being made public, to make it a hot topic. Is it because we relate to it more easily because that's something that we go through? But if it's something that we go through, then not everything has to be out and open. You can't throw it under the rug and pretend it doesn't exist.
That's what I'm saying. It definitely exists, and if you pull up stats about like how many men out of 10 are gay, do you think that excludes sports? There's plenty of gay men playing professional sports.
The problem is, I believe, that we've gotten so moralistic where we've become very hypocritical. Because sex is a general thing that happens between two people. Let's take our Bible, let's take out any other book, historical book, that gives you the dichotomy of good and evil. At the end of the day, that's all based on perception. And you have the right to discern what's good and what's bad. But I just stick to my point that we made sex so public that when we think of gay, although technically it means feeling happy or good, we've made it seem very perverse and very nasty and dangerous. And it's more so based off of ignorance. Piggybacking on what Snoop was saying in regards to people aren't being knowledgeable of homosexuality. To an extent I can understand that, but with all the information that we have about the differences in sexual orientation, I think people just choose to have that stagnant perception of what homosexuality is. It's a human rights thing. It has nothing to do with sexuality. We should be considered equal to everybody, regardless of our sexual orientation, which should be something private. So how can you justify Tiger Woods being a slut versus RuPaul doing drag and having sex with Will Smith? It shouldn't matter.
I don't think sexual orientation should be private. I think it should be something that is just something that needs to be, a lot of people need to be educated on as far as gay goes and transgender and lesbians and stuff like that, because most people already, a lot of people need to be educated on what it is to be heterosexual as well, and just be like a normal person. But I don't think it should just be something private.
Sex should be private. I mean, because of
sexual orientation.
Sexual orientation. I'm just talking about sex. I don't give a shit about sexual orientation. I'm talking about sex in general.
Because it's not that deep. It's not that damn deep. It's really not that deep. Now, as far as transsexuals and as far as transsexuals are concerned, yes, it's very deep as far as personality is concerned. But as far as gay and straight, it is not that deep about where I stick my penis in. It's not that deep.
Right?
You're reading too much into
orientation
it.
right there means nothing. I'm talking about sex in general. We have made it, we've exploited it, we have beaten it, we fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Leave it as just what it is, sex. Orientation is secondary. That's a subcategory. It's just sex.
Now,
and you choose to deal with who you choose to deal with.
Now, when it comes to the difference between sex and sexual orientation is at your own discretion. If you want to go out in the street and tell everybody, I'm gay, da-da-da-da-da, or I'm straight, da-da-da-da, that's your business, and that's up to your discretion. But by the same token, you need to practice discretion. Like, there are certain times and places that you should not bring up your sexual orientation. You do not bring up your sexual orientation during, if you're an athlete, a press conference, or while you're playing a game, or while you're kicking a field goal at halftime, before you kick the field goal. Oh, by the way, I'm gay. Well, it's no good. Or you bring it up during an interview or a college interview. There are certain times and places you bring up your own sexual orientation. It is up to a single person's discretion whether they want to bring up their sexual orientation or not. Now, sex is something that's totally private. Whatever you like to do in the privacy of your own home and your bed at night, when the lights go off, that's up to you. You can be a freak every day of the week. But that's at your discretion. But for all general purposes and intentions, please, for the love of everything that's holy, be a clean freak. That's all I ask.
Oh, how about this? How about this? I got you. And I don't play devil's advocate here. Does your sexual orientation reflect upon your personality? Or who you are because you are gay, or who you are is because that's just who you are? Like, you ever heard somebody say, "Oh, he wouldn't even act all like that if he was gay"? Would it be? I mean,
so what you're saying is they equate certain characteristics,
yeah,
and certain mannerisms based on your sexuality.
I kind of sort of I think so, because it's like straight people and gay people are like kind of like totally different, and like well I was never straight, so I can't say that, but I was about to say when I was straight, but like I guess just me being a gay person, I've always been kind of drawn to like culture and, you know, like things that like history and stuff like that. Like I like, you know, things that sparkle. I like, you know, the travel. I like, you know, things that kind of like, you know, go along with, you know, being gay. Being gay is a kind of very cultured lifestyle, and I kind of been like going that way ever since I've been younger.
Well, for me on the other hand, I'm not gay. I'm Terrence. And if Terrence just happens to be gay, then so be it. Like,
right, but I'm saying, like, when it comes to celebrities and people that are idolized, it is important for them to be open up front and about their sexual orientation, because it will help in the general public accepting things.
Only if they're sexual orientation.
That these people are just normal people, or they can succeed and stuff like that, that it wouldn't be such a taboo idea, and to see that life wouldn't be so difficult. Because a lot of closed-minded parents like don't want their kids to be gay because they think they're going to struggle, they think it's going to be a hard life. But if they see like they can make it, you know what I mean? This whole "it gets better" thing that they have going. Imagine if you had big-name celebrities behind it.
You have Barack Obama, you have Kesha behind it.
But they're not gay. You got straight people supporting it, but you don't have gay people having enough balls to come out and say, "Yes, I'm gay."
Right.
I mean, but that's only if your sexual orientation actually is your personality.
With my theory that I say, out of all these famous celebrities, athletes, movie stars, everything, it's got to be more gay people than just the old white British ones. It got to be.
I mean, looking back, you had Montgomery Clift, you had Gerard Hudson. But by the same token, during their day, they were closeted, and their sexuality really didn't come to the forefront until of the whole HIV/AIDS scare. So you have to look. So back in their day, and back in their time, it was a lot harder to be gay. I mean, could you imagine being a Hollywood heartthrob, being the thing that all girls want to sleep with?
I think it is a whole lot of gay film directors and stuff like that.
But it's also people just popular for their awkwardness. Either way, you were awkward before you knew I was gay, and I was awkward afterwards. I mean, I'm still the same. I'm still the same loving Savion. I'm just the loving Savion that just so happens to be gay. And occasionally, if something gay pops up, I won't cringe to it. I mean, it's the same because I'm used to it, so it's not a problem. I mean, it should not be that big of an issue. It should not be that deep. Because at the end of the day, before I even made it, felt like, oh, I'm comfortable enough to expose myself to you, I was still the same person. You love me then, damn it, love me now. I played good ball then, damn it, I play good ball now.
I think people would. I honestly do. I think people would.
So we're talking on the stop being afraid and stand up for what's right.
And be a good sport.
Whatever what's right is. All right, I'm gonna end it there.
She didn't want to date anybody who didn't have money.
It's out there, and you just stole it from them.
Perception of people and classes and all this stuff. At the end of the day, it's back to the basics.
Work for something, and something happens, and you have love. Love can help. You know, love helps foster and helps. Say, I'm not gonna leave you.
And shit happens, and as you grow, you're gonna become a different person.